Hello, welcome back to my channel, Enjoy Plans. Today I am back with a plan with me featuring this back to school kit. I already forgot what it's called, but it was a printable from Pink Planner Shop, and then I am using my first ever combo of full box underlays from Plan With Me stickers in matte fuchsia, and then I'm laying it over with these alphabet overlays or underlays in just like black, non-foiled. So I really wanted to pop some of that black, and then I just was loving the fuchsia of this kit and I thought it was a perfect match, so I decided to try it out. I also got some scripts, you can see right here, script overlays from Plan With Me stickers in that matte fuchsia to just kind of like pull it together. And then for bottom washi, I was really struggling because I felt like I didn't want to do, too much matte fuchsia. So I actually ordered just like one 15mm strip from Alicia Craft in black. It's like a black glitter, I think, but I believe it was Domi in her foil video when she was kind of showing how she foils and her foil collection, which if you are interested, totally watch. I feel like that's too big of a task for me personally, but it was fascinating and just really well done. So we all know she is quite the foil queen, so definitely give it a watch. But she was saying that most black foils, like black glitter or whatever, it's not they all just look black, and that's definitely the case. So it's nothing it's nothing to Alicia Craft. I knew that going in, but yeah. So anyways, I got black washi that fit the school theme. It was the elementary themed washi. And then I also got a quote box that says hello first grade or some first day of first grade that I will put on the sidebar. I totally forgot about it because I kind of got lost in the shuffle, but that's from Alicia Craft too. For this week, it was my first full week of school. Monday was Labor Day, so didn't have school obviously, but that was so nice to start the week with a 4-day week. I am 100% behind 4-day or even 3-day. It would be better if the first week of school was 3 days, honestly. I don't know from a parent perspective, but from a teacher perspective, it is just so helpful. It's a game changer. So having 4 days was really nice, and then having just that extra day to prep was great. I mean, we were at home, but I was doing a ton for school. And this year I have a really sweet class, and we're definitely in the honeymoon phase this week of them just being sweet baby angels, which is always great. And then the next week, everything hits the fan and you're like, oh, that's who you really are. But for this week, it was great. And it was great to see my kids from last year. It's just something I missed from, changing schools. You kind of cut off those relationships. So being able to be out of school again and seeing these kids, you're like, oh, it's just so sweet. And seeing families and that. So I think I talked about that before, but I honestly have not filmed a voiceover in so long. I've been really behind on YouTube, and I haven't even put out my October kit lineup, to be completely honest, because I thought I was finalized, and then it just went all up in the air because a bunch of plans changed, and I was having a hard time with printable kits, and so it just didn't happen. And so I think I have it figured out, and hopefully I'll be able to get that video up for you in the next week. But things are it's just busy. And I'm sorry if you can hear it in my voice, but I have been fighting a sickness all week. Thankfully, I haven't been too bad to miss work, but you can definitely hear it, I feel like, so I apologize that you have to hear my voice. But there you go. You can see the matte fuchsia in all of its glory. And then I'll probably start putting the overlays here pretty soon. Yep, there we go. And then I was like, but it was great. I loved how this week turned out, honestly. It was fun. It was fun to be daring with foil and to do overlays. And now I'm hooked because in October I'm doing 2 different spreads with full box double underlays. I don't know, what do you call this? Can somebody please help me out so I can not just stumble on words? What would be the terminology for this? Layering underlays? I don't know. But yes, I'm doing it for 2 of my Halloween spreads, which also, like, who am I? I never do Halloween. Like, there's been years where I never do a Halloween spread, and then sometimes I'll do like one because the art is just too dang cute. But yeah, now I am doing 2 Halloween spreads. It's just baffling, but the art was just too good. I was struggling with fall kits this year. Did you all feel that? I feel like there was some cute art, but not a ton of like art that stood out to me that I was like, yes, I must buy. And I feel like some cute mysteries came out, or there's some kits that I was like, this would be cute. Like, I don't know, but it wasn't like a ton of must buys for me. So let me know if you were feeling the same, or maybe you had more that you carried over from last year. I think I only had 2 kits that I carried over, but I guess just what that means is that I got to start Christmas early in my planner, which is great. When I had to reshuffle and redo some of my lineup, I was like, actually, this is a happy accident. Isn't that the words of that painter? Now I'm blanking out, but doesn't he say happy accidents? Anyways, I feel like I'm rambling. It's after school and on a Friday, and my brain is like, blah, 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 blah. But I really wanted to get this video out to you because we are now going into our 4th week of school, and this was the first week, so I'm just feeling so behind on everything. So hopefully I'll be able to catch you all up and catch myself up and get back on that schedule. If you have any questions for me about this spread or anything else, let me know, and I can put that in a future video. But for now, I think I'm gonna go and I'm gonna answer a couple like school related questions. So let's do a couple of those while I finish laying down the base. All right, I wasn't able to find a this or that, but I found some school-related questions. So it was, what was your favorite elective growing up? And my favorite elective was definitely any sort of art. I took pottery in high school, and I did like 2, maybe 3 years of pottery. No, I think just 2 years pottery. And that was so fun. I literally still have some of the pieces, and my mom still has a couple pieces too. I personally love the painting part, but making it was cool too, and it was just really fun elective. So yeah, I loved that. But I remember in middle school when you had to choose between like band, choir, and home ec, my mom would not let me choose home ec, and that's all I ever wanted in my life at that point. And she made me do band, and it was miserable, and I clearly still have feelings towards that. So I remember my least favorite for sure, but least favorite was band. I thankfully didn't have to do that in high school, but my high school also didn't have a band because it was a smaller private school. And then my favorite was pottery for sure. I don't know, was pottery universal? Did everybody have pottery at their school, or was that, I feel like most schools have that. I feel like most schools do. You have to let me know. The next question is, what was your favorite lunch menu item? And I honestly never bought lunch, especially in high school, but like barely in middle school. And I did in elementary school some, like there was some days like pizza or chicken nugget day. That was all the rage, but I definitely preferred my mom's lunches. She made fantastic lunches, and I was just a happy camper with that and content. So yeah, but that was like kind of buying lunch is such a big deal. I know kids, especially in elementary school, it's so cool if you buy lunch, and I'm like, it's really, it's not that cool, but it's a big deal, and they feel like adults, which is cute. It's a super big deal at my school, especially on Thursdays, because they order pizza, and they will get like pizza delivered from Papa John's, and the kids get like 2 full slices, and that's a pretty big deal. That for sure tops the cake. So yeah, random. The next question is, what was your favorite subject? Honestly, I liked math because it was clear, like right and wrong. I hated reading, literally hated reading. And it took me up until pretty much last year to read for fun in my own personal life, because I was so scarred from reading at school and all the required reading. I just felt like I was burnt to the ground, and every time I even like thought about books, I was like, ugh, like just could not. So that was one of my least favorites. I feel like I'm just giving you like highs and lows of all these questions that you did not ask for, but hello, welcome. And yeah, okay. Next question is, did you have a favorite teacher? And honestly, teachers get asked this question all the time in like self-reflections and everything. They're like, remember your favorite teacher. And I'm like, oh, I don't remember my favorite teacher. I feel like I had a lot of great teachers, but there wasn't like one teacher that stood out that was like, that's who I want to be when I grow up. Again, I had examples of what I didn't want to be. I remember in 5th grade, I got the teacher I did not want because she put on like musicals. It was like her thing. So we had to do 3 different musicals, and I was a shy child. I remember I cried every day up until like 2nd grade because I just wanted to stay at home with my mom. And I was just definitely a homebody. And then I was also so shy that being in a class, that did those kind of things, it was terrible. It was miserable, but made it through, survived, stronger for it. But we all have those years. And if you're a parent, I know you also have those years where you're like, this is my child's, like, not my child's favorite teacher, or this is not our favorite teacher as a parent to work with. And I always hope to the deep bottom of my being that I am not one of those teachers that parents and kids think of, but I don't think so. 1st grade is pretty chill, and most kids love school at this age, so it definitely helps. But that is it.
My finished spread. I do have this little extender, but let me try to catch some of this foil. So pretty. I just loved being able to layer and try this trend out this year. Like the second half of the year has all been about branching out with my foil choices, so I've been happy about that. This week was back to school week. We had Labor Day on Monday, which was much needed, and then hopped right into school on the first day. It was great to see my kids from last year now that I'm in my 2nd year at this school, because one of the things that's so awesome about being a teacher is getting to see your kids, even if they're not in your class. You get to see them year after year and see them grow and get older and keep in touch. And when I switch schools, you lose all those connections for the most part. So it's fun being able to have some of my little friends back. My mom was so sweet and made me brownies for the first day, and yeah, we did the tape challenge with Sadie. I don't know if that's what it's called. That's what I'm calling it, where you just put tape and see if they can jump over until they get a certain height. It was hilarious. I started watching Love is Blind, watch Happiness for Beginners. That was also really good. Lots of Love is Blind, and I was furious at my cricket this week. So very annoyed and totally was in my feelings this weekend with my grandpa had passed, and it just kind of came up because it was his birthday, and I think just back to school emotions. But overall, it was a week. It was a week. Yeah, but it was a great spread, so I will stick with that. The colors were really fun, and it was a cute kind of primary kit. So that is it. I feel like you can't really see the Bon Washi here, but it's this Alicia Craft little bundle. But there we go. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in my next video. Bye, everyone.